Good morning. Here's another week that we can get off to an absolutely fantastic start. And today, let's talk about overcoming fear. To enhance achievement, let's overcome some fear. And the interesting thing about overcoming fear and achieving is that when you've got one, you usually don't have the other. At least we don't have fear in great strength when we're achieving things. And achieving things gets rid of fear. And of course, if you've got lots of fear, you're probably not achieving very much at all. In fact, if you've allowed the fear to take hold, you're definitely not achieving. And the title of this morning's motivation talk is something that can be reversed. I've called it achieving by overcoming fear. We could simply swap the words around and call it overcoming fear by achieving. Because if we focus on the fear, we're actually going to enhance it. We're going to make it stronger. And what we want to do is find ways to move the fear out of the way. Again, if we focus on it and try and push it away, it's coming back. It's coming back stronger. And everything in life seems to be a little bit that way. When we focus on things, they grow stronger. When we find things to remove them from our focus, we can actually remove them entirely just by focusing on the things that we actually want. So when we look at fear, we say, okay, well, all sorts of people can be fearful of all sorts of things. Well, yes, they can. But if we focus on three of the main fears that people are subject to, particularly people in business, people who are trying to get ahead in whatever it is they've undertaken as their industry, they come down to a fear of lack or poverty, if you will, and a fear of ill health, and a fear of criticism. And we've probably all heard the stories of the surveys which show that the thing we fear most is public speaking. Okay, maybe we do. But public speaking is, or being afraid of public speaking is just another way of saying we fear criticism. Whatever these fears present themselves as to us, if we allow those fears to take hold, they will do that. They will take hold with such strength that they choke everything out of us. They choke out of us our desires. They choke out of us our ability to reason. They choke out of us our ability to see a way forward. We begin to focus on the fear itself rather than the outcomes that we might experience if we push the fear to one side and had a go. And this is easy to say, of course, for somebody who's not fearful. But each of us at some stage in our life has been afraid of something. Overcoming those fears is what's the important thing. Again, a lot of folks want to focus on the fear. I'll just work on this fear and it will go away. Well, if you work on that fear, chances are it's going to come back stronger. Look to ways that you might achieve and the fear will simply disappear. There are some really simple things that you can do. Find yourself an affirmation. When you look for an affirmation, look for an affirmation that talks of the future. That is something that you want, something you think you wish to have. Whatever it is that you want, if you look at it, you can see it in the future. But find an affirmation, create an affirmation that allows you to speak of that future as if it's already here. Use the affirmation all the time. Focus on it. As you focus on an affirmation that speaks of something that you really want, as if it's already here, you'll notice that those fears become less. Don't spend too much time noticing them, because we don't want to focus on them and have them coming back. Focus on the outcomes that you want. Use the affirmation to help you build the confidence to just go out and do whatever it is you do. As you do that, you might find that your enthusiasm starts to return. And as your enthusiasm starts to return, more people will be keen to be associated with you. Everybody loves enthusiasm, and nobody likes somebody who's down in the dumps. If we're down in the dumps, nobody wants to know us. If we're enthusiastic, everybody wants a piece of the enthusiasm. And enthusiasm is contagious. It's one of the most contagious things going around. You see somebody who's enthusiastic, go and get a bit. Let them rub it off on you. Soak up other people's enthusiasm. Bring it into you. Make it part of you. You'll find that whatever fear you have disappears. What about criticism? Criticism is easily overcome by making sure you associate with people who want what you have. If you associate with people who want what you have, they're not going to criticize what you have. They're going to be inviting you to help them achieve whatever it is that they want. They want what you have. You help them achieve something they want by using what you have. All of a sudden, you'll find criticism is not something that's happening around you all the time. Therefore, you'll be able to feel good about yourself. Use your affirmation. Just try. Associate with those people who want what you have. Suddenly we're more enthusiastic. We might even achieve something. What about the other one, the ill health, being the third most prominent of the things that we fear? Ill health doesn't seem to hang around people who are positive, who are having a go, who are not fearful. Ill health seems to focus on the other folks. So when you're positive, when you're having a go, when you're enthusiastic, ill health isn't in your mind. If you're not focusing on it, chances are it's not hanging around. Make sure you use these simple little tools to get ahead, to achieve. As soon as you have an achievement, go for another one. Whatever it is, however small, any achievement is a good achievement. Once you've achieved something, you can achieve something else. If that means that you can increase the goals that you set yourself, do so. Go out and achieve. Have an absolutely fantastic week.